What's up, folks? How you all doing? Happy weekend, I guess. Happy Saturday. Happy Sunday, I should say. Look kind of stiff, so I ate too much today, so I'm feeling kind of low. So everybody good, I hope. I'm still trying to figure out a couple good um, videos to watch. I've been waiting till last minute because I've been playing it by ear. Yeah, I got tagged again today. And Juan's walking around in this with his headphones on. Be careful going to the store. Have fun. I know you're listening, so cool breeze. Be safe. We're here. Yeah, I got a couple ideas for videos tonight. Uploads. I like to call them uploads, actually. We might go way back and do Shadow People Part 1, the basics. That's 3 years ago. That's pretty much our beginnings. Almost our beginnings. And then we'll just gab a little bit afterwards, seeing how things go. I gonna be careful tonight. I gotta get up in the morning, do some work so I can get it done and enjoy my Sunday. I see I'm slowing down and glitching a little bit, so I may have to get rid of YouTube. I have that problem sometimes. But I hope all is well. Yeah, I think this would do. We're gonna go way back. It'll be interesting. We just have to go with the flow on those because some of them she talks about stuff she hasn't talked about in years. So, but I hope everybody's having a good night. It's pretty tame here. It's still here fireworks every so often, but you'd expect that for about a little week before and a week after. Well, hello, Ron. How you doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. And I hope you have a good Sunday. Well, let's try to start off good, as one might say. But yeah, that's it. You know how it is on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We're just going to wing it. But I think I am going to do like really old video of hers. 3 years ago, it's pretty much her beginning when she started switching over a little bit. I think it's around Steve Stocking time. And Edna, how you doing, dear? I hope you're feeling better. I figured you either fell asleep. I thought somebody said you had to go tend to something. I didn't know, so I made sure you got your timestamp, and I'm glad you saw that. I just hope you feel better, babe. I know it sucks feeling like crap, especially over the weekend. I hope you at least got to enjoy your Friday and your Thursday. Your Thursday, 4th of July. Maybe that's what you did. You pooped yourself out. And I've been eating good all weekend, so I've been a little lazy. But I've been working too. Acid reflux. I get that. Actually, acid reflux is what caused Barrett's esophagus for me. I had it so bad as a kid. Oh man, acid reflux sucks. But yeah, it caused Barrett's esophagus. And it's basically, I have to go in every couple months and I have them all clean out my esophagus. It's nasty. Hold on 1 second. Not enough fluids today. That's why I get to hacking. Hello, Batmom. Now, would you say not good? Thanks for the time. Thanks for the time slip. I figured. Man, she was rambling that night good, too. So I guess that's a good reason to fall asleep. Just kidding, Gemma. I know she's probably sneaking on the eye. I think they just got home. They've been out swimming, having family night. But yes, feel better, babe. All of you. I know some people in this watching and listening have had a kind of icky week. So chins up. We'll get through it. And Mr. Ryan, how you doing, sir? No, I didn't steal your Cheetos. I ate too much already. Yes, I'm drinking. Did you get your Ghost Dragon? Yep, I got mine. I about wore it out, too. She's drinking out of hers. That's cool. At least you got your mug. Sorry we didn't get your hoodie in time. I'm still thinking about sending you one of mine. If you don't mind black. But I am thinking about sending you one of mine because I felt bad. We didn't get it taken care of fast enough. She just changed. It's all right. It happens. I had to go back. I got to every so back go often go back and get rid of the jive creations. That way nobody goes, hey, where'd it go? But people move on. And that's good. Hopefully it's for the better. You got tea in yours? I just got water tonight. Usually I am drinking tea. Usually that's what's in this is tea. Yeah. Lemon tea. Chilling. Been a hot day. Yeah, I know it's been hot down there, bud. So I'm kicking back with chocolate and coffee. There you go. Pre-bedtime. Mine's a bowl of cereal, Ryan. I eat a bowl of cereal. I know when I'm about ready to go to sleep or hoping to go to sleep, I'll eat a bowl of cereal. Wait about a half hour or so, and then I try to go to bed. Well, yesterday live. Was it? Yes. Yesterday was live yesterday. Yeah, you came in at the very end, Ron. Sorry about that. Yeah, she calls it after 10. I let her call it. I don't put anybody on the list after 10. I let her decide if I should put them on or not. Usually by 10:30, she's trying to finish up so she can get little man up to bed. So, but we'll get you next time. I got you listed. I get people that come in and we're a little late and usually are there. So, oh no, I got t-shirt. Oh, you got a t-shirt and a cup. Did you get a Gemma shirt? Okay, forgive me. And I told you. Actually, I was pretty good today. Got a lot done. But we had Italian food tonight from up the street. It's always so good. I chowed. I chowed. I think I ate everybody's leftovers. But yeah, I was a hungry pup tonight, so I ate good. But you did get a t-shirt. Okay. Did you get was it a Gemma shirt? Or did you get one of my let me out of my basement shirts? Let me out of the basement shirts. The wife beater t-shirt. Haunted house on. That's a good one too. I like that design. That was a good design. Yeah, I like that one design. That design too. I always told her that it should have been really. It'd have been better if they would have had a dragon's head sticking out of the basement, out of one of the windows basements, out of the window in on a dragon's head sticking out of a basement window would have been perfect on it. But oh well, it looked cool. I liked it. There was a couple. I liked the Plague Doctor too. That was a good one too. That's cool. At least she got a t-shirt. Yeah, I don't know how much she sold. But from what I'm hearing, everybody who's trying to sell merch right now is not selling crap. Everybody's just pushing and pushing. Some people don't even push it anymore. So, but sometimes you sell better when you don't push it. Just let it sit in your descriptions and stuff. Sometimes it will sell. But everybody's kind of backed off. There's still a few people that push it, but now everybody's trying to push a product like coffee or one thing or another like that. I've seen coffee. I've seen tea. I've seen popcorn. I actually saw somebody trying to do their own toffee, and so they're trying to get because shirts are just not. They want too much for a lot of them, and actually looking at Gemma's prices compared to a lot of other prices, hers were pretty cheap. Hers were a lot cheaper than a lot of other people's. A lot cheaper. Merch sales definitely aren't the same. No, they're not. They're not. I've been checking and talking to people, and they're not. Next Friday, I may travel down south, so may not catch the live stream. I will sit and I still want to read, and so remember me. Okay, I'll put you down. Here, in fact, I'll do that now because I do keep a list. Okay. Ron wants to timestamp. Gotcha, bud. Do it now where I remember. You're pretty regular now. We can get you covered. I just got to clear it with Gemma. No problem. She gets final say in everything. I don't assume nothing with that woman. But I hope everybody's doing good. Everybody's still dealing with boom booms going off, I'm sure. Just trying to catch up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, it sucks because I know I went to order one shirt from somebody and I actually got my money back and said that they stopped selling much too. It just wasn't selling. It was a Godzilla one too. It was okay, dude. I'm not going to worry about it. You see this, Ron, right? You saw this, right? There you go, Ron. Question for you. Man, I got into something when I was cleaning Friday. You know, it's kind of pale Friday. I am kind of pale today. I don't know what I got into. It's got my eye all messed up, my left eye all messed up. I got into something when I was up in the attic I just put a hole in my kitchen ceiling. I got it done. It's just I have to do some work upstairs now in the attic, so it don't happen again. I got into something. I don't know what it was, but it tore me up. It'll pass. I took a ton of allergy pills, so hopefully they'll go away after a while. That was Hank Williams reference. I know it was a Hank reference. Yes, I know who Hank Williams is. My poor old papa. He's an old country folk. Many years of hee-haw country western stations. Mom liked Lawrence Welk and all them, so I grew up with it all. We literally go from Lawrence Welk to frickin' hee-haw. And then later on go to the Gaither Brothers. It was nuts. And then some old bluegrass. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah. I didn't know. Maybe you did. Watch some stories on Lake Lanier. Spooky place. Yes, it is. They did the same thing at Lake Anna. Just flooded the whole town. Yeah. Cemetery and all. Yes, they did. Actually, did Gemma do a video on Lake Lanier? Hold on. I was going to do like a video of hers from like 3 years ago on shadow people. We haven't done some of the old stuff, so I figured I'd go way back. Well, I mean, this is like almost at her beginnings. We're real close to her beginnings. Actually, I was going to go way back and do like her Men in Black series. And I was going to do her Black Eyed Kids. That's like, if you go on her video thing, that's like her second video. And she's had other videos before that because she had to remove all the other stuff. Well, hello, Miss Cindy Norris. I'm not talking good, so bear with me. How you doing, hon? I hope you're having a better day. You did see your timestamp, right? We did give you a timestamp. So I hope you saw it from Friday night. Ooh. Too scary. That mom, you're scared of everything, aren't you, dear? You shouldn't be. It won't bother you if you don't bother it. But I was going to do the Black Eyed Kids. This is like really old, 3-0. I think she's actually doing it on a. Is she doing it? She does it. She's doing it on her phone. So I may do that one too. I haven't done any of the older stuff, so that's the baby eyes have finally changed. Yeah, you said they changed to a dark blue. That's good. Probably had you worried. I must be glitching. Every time I go to something, I start glitching. I may have to get rid of YouTube, which sucks. Okay. Let me get this up and ready to go. I think I'll pick one of those. Come on. Way down here. And every time I have to go back, it makes me go all the way to the top. So I have to go all the way, scroll all the way back to where I was at. La la la. So how's it? Everybody's weekend going so far. Did everybody have a good time with the fireworks? Did everybody have a good night with Gemma Friday night? Well, apparently, yeah. Let's do the Black Eyed Kid. That's so old. Yeah, we'll do the one I originally was going to do, the Shadow. Where'd I go? I just had it. Ding dong. I'll let you guys pick. Black Eyed Kids or Shadow People. Anyways. Scared of all things human made and bugs. Some people are. I get it, Spat Mom. No, I didn't see it. I wasn't expecting to read. Well, I knew you were not having a good day and you were having a rough week. So we did a timestamp for you, Cindy. So it's over there in the comments and underneath my comment. You'll see them. So when you get a chance, go check it out. Yeah, should we try to get you one as much? I mean, there was a couple times you and poor Mark, it seemed like everybody was just bumping you guys or Gemma or I would screw up. So when I get a chance to remember, and I know you guys are having issues, we're having a rough week. I try to get a timestamp if you don't pop in. I try to be fair to everybody. Sometimes I'm always the best at keeping a list, but it get crazy sometimes. People don't realize people coming and going. And I mean, I know who comes in and says hi and leaves and stuff like that, but sometimes they got the blue want a reading, so I have to pay attention. He kept the black eyes for a good 3 months. It must have ran on the side of the family. Hey, at least they changed. But you and your black-eyed kids, man, Edna, he's going to be a lot like you. Well, thank you, Edna. Pop that up there. Thank you. 5 more years. Hope you. Yes, I hope she gets better. She's having. Are you still? I did get out of the hospital. I was gonna. Went to the family cookout. Was nice. Good, Edna. I'm glad you got out because that was one of the things she said was in your reading. This you need to get out and have a little fun, kind of heal a little bit, let your body rest, and smile and giggle for a while. But yes, she did leave a reading. Go watch it when you get a chance. Ryan, yeah, going live on the 21st. Going live on the 21st and 25th. Don't remember. What did Ryan say? Ryan's a butthead. Thank you so much, Edna. I'll make sure she sees this too. Sometimes she watches, sometimes she doesn't. Where is Ryan? Oh, there he is. Trying to keep up. I sent the 20 for the monthly readings like a month ago. Totally forgot everyone has been dealing with something nonsense. I hope everyone gets a break. Yeah, I do too. I'll make sure she sees that too. She may be watching, I don't know, but I'll make sure she sees that more. I go back to the hospital on Wednesday to have 2 stents put in. I guess I have a valve blockage. Yeah, that sucks. Yep. All that good cooking you did over the years. But yeah, we're showing our age. I may be on my way back to the hospital. Pretty sure the meds have screwed my kidneys. Oh, jeez. I'm in pain down around the kidneys. That sucks. That does suck. That's why I don't like medicine. Sometimes the side effects are worse. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but man, sometimes the side effects are worse than the good they do. It is what it is. Believe me, hon, I've been there. Both of you. I've been there. I'm surprised I'm doing as good as I am because my last physical, other than this, certain issues that I knew I was going to have probably till the day I go. But my heart's good. My lungs good. My esophagus is to be expected as long as I keep on it and make sure it stays clean. Everything else, is just wear and tear from all the years of rocking and the Tourette's. It's going to have its effects on me for doing it ever since 2 years old. So I expect nothing anymore, and I just do my best to go with the flow. I still get agitated, but hey. But yeah, I'm sending you all healing, Pally. Healing and love. I pray for all of us, man, every night, because we're all going through something. One way or another, we're all going through something. And it's crazy now, so. I had to go to the walk in emergency last week. I'm in trouble. No, you're not in trouble. Just these idiots. Yeah, sometimes they are. You just got to stand your ground, Ed, and make sure. And if they're not listening, that's when you go talk to it. I know your insurance is not going to like it. I know it's expensive, but it's your health you're talking about. It's your well-being. That's what I should say. The blast mass is a brain lesion results from head injury from years ago. That sucks. Yeah, you're going to have that too. I'm telling you, everybody's going through something. I'm about to the point I'm going to call up my lawyer. If anything happens to me, I want them to all pay. Well, what you do, Edna, before you do that, you go see a couple doctors. Because the lawyer is going to make you see a couple doctors anyways. It's usually the way it works. You get as many opinions, what I like, what I'm not like. Actually, your lawyer will probably make you go see him anyways. And get your, get a second, third, fourth opinion. Keep all those opinions. Make sure you get copies of all the work they do on you, all the results. Yeah. And they'll just blame the medicine. Oh, side effects. We warned you about the side effects. But nah, don't let them play no games. I didn't, and I won't. This is why I'm down. Actually, I'm getting ready to go down to just 2 meds. Well, actually 3. One's the, I don't really count the one because it doesn't stop the rocking, but it does chill it out. They did. I mean, I actually found something that kind of helped, not level, but just kind of makes it a little easier to deal with. And I'm just going to go down to those 3. I don't take the shots anymore, what I call the emergency shots anymore. They messed with me too much. I'd rather I've done it. I've dealt with it for this long. I don't need all that crap. Get down to the stuff I just need and go with it. And I'm in a good mood. I've been pretty calm. I mean, even considering some situations I went through last week with a friend, I'm good. Been calm. Other than one time I got a little mad, but I had a good reason to get mad. So I don't get mad anymore unless I have to. I guess I suffered a stroke. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I had one when I was sleeping because I was rocking too hard. That's my fear, is probably having a stroke or heart attack. Why I'm rocking one night in my sleep, I'm going so fast, just my heart can't keep up. I've seen 4 different doctors. Everything comes back normal. It's the meds. Yes, probably the meds. It is probably the meds. See, they need to do blood work on all those meds and look for all those meds and see what they're doing to you. Yeah, I have a lot of prayers for Cindy. I keep her on top of the list with you and Lotus and a couple other people. Actually, a couple of them in here in chat. I know one of them probably watching. I keep them on in my prayers. What I go through, I've dealt with for so long now. I have my days, but I try to keep them to myself as best I can. I get mean when I get not pain. When my pain level is like a 12, I got to cut myself off because I can get mean. I'm not nice when I'm mean. I can't even say that word, so forgive me. For years, and The doctors never figured out how to do my own. Sometimes that helps doing your own research, but it's always to get when it's even better when you get it validated. I hate the most is not smoking. Yeah, I'll try not to smoke you too much in front of you. That's one habit I told the doctor straight up. I'll quit when I'm ready. I probably will have to quit. But right now, it's one of my last vices. I don't ask for much. Yeah, we're with you, Sydney. And don't be afraid, Come here and at least try to cheer up a little bit and calm down and relax. That's what you need right now is you and Ed and both need to have some, be smiling, take your mind off of things. I'll start Cindy's video here pretty soon. Gemma's videos. Sorry, Gemma. I'll start her video up here in a little bit and give us all time a little chance to relax. Watch something old. And it's pretty old. So forgive the talk, about other people and other places. You got to remember. So anybody that's new to this room, the video I show will be a video. It's 3 years old. Those things have done past and gone, but the video is a good video. It's one of her first. Or you get a kick out of seeing her, unless you've gone back and watched some of her past videos. Well, hello, AK. I wasn't ignoring you, sir. Barbecue. All fired up barbecue, and we'll have on stream. There you go. I haven't smoked one since I went in the hospital. Yeah, that sucks because I should have quit when I had what happened to me with this, the almost dying after taking the experimental drug. I didn't smoke for a few days. I think I tried to stay away from it as much as I could. Now I made smoke a cigar. Dad has them here. I don't mind a cigar once in a while. They're nice. I vape, zero nicotine. Yeah. You should try one of those Zooms. You too, Cindy. Those fumes are a little expensive, but I think that's what I'm going to get. Everybody I've talked to, I know 2 people that own them, and they hit really nice. They're nice. The flavor that comes out of them, awesome. The one that Patricia had was an orange cream. Oh, it was really good. And you did it just like, and you can adjust it. It's air. You don't blow no smoke or nothing. Oh, and you can fit. It's made so you can fidget with it. It's nice. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to try one of those fumes and see if I can quit that way. That's just the problem I'm going to have. But see, a lot of times when you guys see me smoking on here and especially doing oracles, you never smoked, don't pick it up. I did it. I started it. Well, my mom smoked, so all of us boys smoked. Tim quit, then Mike quit. They both quit for a long time. Dad quit years ago until he finally said, I think it was his 89th birthday. 3 years ago, he said, I want a cigar. And I said, well, you're 89 years old. Go get it. I said, I'll go get you a cigar. I went and got a cigar. I've smoked since I was probably 15. A lot of it's just, lately, it's just, the nerves, I get antsy. Been smoking since you were 12. Yeah, you started. Well, I'm not saying I didn't have a cigarette before that, but yeah, I didn't start that either. It was probably about 14, 15 for me when I started working. Smoking was a thing in the day. Yeah, everybody smoked. Everybody thought it was cool. Social thing. 14 for you. Yeah, it's about time I started 14, 15. One of my friends just watched Watership Down with his kid. Whoa. Well, I mean, it's not exactly a kid's movie. Thought it would be a cute kid movie. No, it's not a cute kid's movie. The book's excellent. If you ever read the book is fantastic. I love the cards. I love the movie, But no, it's not a kid movie. It's not a kid's movie. But it is a good movie. Cigarette machines everywhere. Yeah, back then, yeah. You just walk up and get your own pack. I never got carded. I'd go up and buy cigarettes for mom when I was 13, 14 years old before I even started smoking. She'd give me money, go give me a bag of smokes. Not a movie watcher. Some people aren't. Watership Down, the book is excellent. If you're not a movie watcher, read the book. The book is great. It's about rabbits. Actually, it's about society, but it's good. It's a good book. The animated movie is fantastic, but yeah, it's not a cute kids movie. It's pretty dark in some spots. There's a lot of it. Definitely a movie that traumatized kids. Yeah, if they're not prepared for it, yeah. But then again, Bambi did too in its day. Promised little Mike that I would quit them. Dog Soldiers is a good movie to watch. Yeah, quitting smoking is a hard thing. You got to really be determined. I'll know when I quit. You'll know when I quit because I'll kind of be edgy for a couple days because I've done it before. I just went cold turkey. Right now it's a vice I need. I'd rather. My problem right now, every time I've tried not to smoke, I end up eating, and I'm trying to get rid of the right now from the prednisone again, and they put me back on. I get down some weight, and then they put me back on prednisone. That's another thing. But see, the prednisone gives me enough to get me through until the pain and the rocking subsides on the bad days and weeks. You love reading. It's a good book, dude. You'll love it. Watership Down. Animal Farm's a good book, too. Mice and Men. Yep. Grapes of Wrath. Though you might get flagged for reading that book. Checking that one out from the library. That's the only way everybody says if you really want to quit, cold turkey's got to be the way. If you can make it through the first 7 days, you're good. Documentary. I like documentaries. I haven't sat down and watched one for a while. I think the last one I watched was Pilates 411 The Hunters, the one he did about the hunters. I think it's the last one I watched. But yeah, I'm so go, and then that night I do my stuff. It's the only time anybody leaves me alone. I get what I can out in the living room because I'm not sleeping. And then before I go to bed or after stream, I'll do my stuff, and then I go out and piddle around until my body says, "Okay, try to go to bed." So I usually watch either movies like tomorrow. If not a whole lot goes on, I get all my work done in the morning. I try to make Sundays my day. So I'll usually watch movies and catch up on my shows that I'm trying to catch up on. Speaking of documentaries, I need to gather my wits and figure out how to start my Wendigo documentary. I would love that. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, you know what you mean? You haven't. Are you still writing your book? Are you done yet, Ryan? Ryan's writing books too. The Wendigo documentary, if you could pull it off, heck, if you connect the Wendigo and the Skinwalker and make it one documentary, that way you can show everybody what the difference is and where they are and where they're not. And why they're not everything's a Wendigo or everything's a Skinwalker. That's the documentary you need to make. But yeah, that would be a great documentary. Oh, cool. Almost. Yeah, Gemma's working on her. She should be done with it would be Gone 3, right? I think, yeah, Gone 3. And I want her to write my book. I'm not a very good writer, so I'd rather have her do it. We could split it. I'll split it with her if I make any money from it. You guys know person Gemma was talking about, some critical cryptid person who stole. Yes, we know. Make it a double whammy, huh? That is not a bad idea. I would make it about Wendigos and Skinwalker show, because everybody, you see all the shows, everybody confuses them and everything's Wendigos or Skinwalkers. Yeah, I would try to combine them and kind of show the difference and where the lures are different. Not be a bad idea, Ryan. And you can also kill it, like you said, and get two birds with one stone. We know the person. Yes, we do. It was pretty funny because I was texting her during the whole thing. I was like, hey, it happens. Yeah, because I noticed they have certain people have been popping up during certain. I won't get into it. And I'm not worried about it because I like everybody's stuff. Everybody does release some good stuff. Just I get tired of people being so opinionated. This is a fact. Nothing is fact. You can tell me everything you want. Not even the stuff I say I know is not fact. You know what I'm saying? It's all theory. It's all guesswork until we have definite evidence that they exist, and definite evidence that they do these things. Other than that, it's just theory. We can just go by what we know. And everybody's got a different one. Well, not everybody. We're all pretty close. Would be easy to film. I already hear. Yes, you are in Arizona. Wendigo might be. Well, I'm sure there's enough stuff that you can get a copyright permission to pull stuff from Canada stuff. Because I know there's stuff out there. You just gotta go talk to people and get the permission to show it. And they'll give it to you and show it. But what did I miss? Nothing really. We're talking about Ryan doing. And then, somebody decided they were going to try to, I don't want to say they try to copy her, but there was some pretty sus stuff that was going on. And it was kind of funny and cute. But see, they already had a following, so the person really didn't need to do that. And I think she was kind of coached into it. But that's my opinion. I'm not worried about it because they're streaming now too, so I believe, which is good. Does that person have a channel? Yes, they do. The big problem with cryptid community is that people think they are the top dog. It's not that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to call them top dogs because I don't want to be that mean. But yes, people are kind of set in their ways and believe what they believe, and I get that. But that doesn't make them right. They got to look at the. You know me now long enough, Ryan. That I have my opinions. I have my theories. But my book is always open. I'm always ready to change things or look at it a different way. I'm always open to change or to new perspectives. But right now, nothing is solid evidence. Nothing is truth. You can say a truth all you want, but it's not fact yet. None of this is fact yet. No UFOs. I mean, we pretty much know that they're out there. I mean, other than the fact that we know there's tons of Bigfoot sightings, a lot of UFO sightings, and blah, 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 blah. Until those things are presented to the entire community as a whole, live and up front. But I believe everybody, I know pretty much who's telling BS stories and who's not. You can usually tell. But it's the fact that there's just so many opinions out there. Not everybody's right. And that everything is demonic. I don't believe that everything is demonic. But I believe everything is connected in ways that people don't think. Everything is connected if people like it or not. There's a connection to everything. Now it's killing me. I'll tell you later. Because they are streaming right now. They're good. I mean, they're good people. Just that I've heard things that behind the scenes that weren't very nice. And I know for a fact from years ago with Sean and Dark Waters, they were a part of that too. So, and that's cool. Not everybody agrees, but everybody agrees. You know what I'm saying? You got to fit their little mold to get it. That's what I don't like is you got to think their way, or you're not really kind of an outsider when you pop into the chat, which I don't think is cool. Open your minds a little bit more. There's so much to learn yet, so much, and the veil's lifting. So keep your eyes peeled because you might start getting the answers you guys want. %, of the channels out there are total BS. A lot of it's click stuff, money, make money, make money. Click, 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 give me kicks. And some of it, these guys are honestly trying. There's a lot of paranormal channels out there and Bigfoot channels, encrypted and UFOs that are honestly trying to be, true to the source, keep you thinking. Well, yes, Adna, some people do think everything is demonic, but you can't put it as demonic because not all evil is demonic. Well, I guess it is. That was horrible, wasn't it, Steve? I just believe that a lot more stuff is more biblical than people realize. Let's put it that way. There's a lot more biblical connection to what people realize now. They're finding out now that there's a tribe down in, I believe, South America that does have very little contact, and they were showing alien gray pictures, and they called them the ant people, and that they live underground. Who thinks that just because there's a vast galaxy out there doesn't mean they come. How do you know they're not coming from our own world, from underneath us, or from another dimension? How do we know what's really beyond our skies is real? It gets you thinking. Just because they say we have men up in space, or do we really have men in space? What we can do with CGI and everything now, you kind of have to wonder. No, but I think we've been to the moon. And there's mirrors on it. I mean, there's certain things I know. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ryan. I think though, stuff is more biblical than people give it credit. And I think a lot of things are a lot more connected, not only biblically, but to everything. Then I'm trying not to get all philosophical because I'm all in a good mood now. And I just want everybody smiling. But yes, I do. Let me put it bluntly. I do feel a lot of it is biblically connected. Even aliens. I believe there's a lot more going on than people don't realize. People have turned away from so much. Information has been falsified and twisted and turned. Even our history. They've lied to us for years and tried to cover stuff up. They twist scientists. I don't even trust scientists. I mean, unless they had the proof, they lay it in front of me, math, the whole works. I cannot believe what they're saying until they prove it. They show us pictures of galaxies, and then somebody shows a poster that was from the 70s of those exact almost identical of the picture. They just said, "Oh, we just took this picture of the galaxy," but there's a poster of it made in the 70s. So I have my questions. Let's just say I'm still full of a lot of questions that I don't think anybody here on Earth can answer yet. But that is my opinion. I don't expect anybody to believe anything else. You believe what you want to believe. I always say, do your own research, form your own opinions. But you got to do your own research. You got to go into it yourself. It's good to go and watch other channels, pick up information here, but it doesn't hurt to go read a few books, go to the library, learn. Watching YouTube and forming your opinion from all these people on YouTube is not always the best thing. They may use their information to give you to go look for more information on top of that. Yes, question everything. And just remember, I mean, like I always say, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, come to your own opinions, come to your own theories, because it's what everything is right now, theory. But I honestly think that we're going to start seeing the truth through a lot of this stuff. I really do. I think I'm falling behind on a lot of stuff. Honey, I don't know if we've been brainwashed, but I guess you could say brainwashed. We've definitely, let's just say we just haven't always been told the truth from the very beginning about a lot of stuff. I personally feel that God added these things to our world to create mystique. I do too. But there's a lot. Actually, it's very well said. I'm trying not to come off as some Mr. Know-it-all because I'm not. My opinion, like I said, I don't claim to be a man of knowledge. I've done my share of research. I've dug many rabbit holes. I've dug into many rabbit holes myself. Some of it about these topics, some of it about stuff that are a little more political, a little bit more agenda driven. But it all always leads back to the same to me. And that's the way I look at it. I always seem to come back to the same conclusions. Sometimes, I think a lot of things bleed through to other dimensions, a lot more than people realize. I do have different views on God, but I respect. See, and that's the way to be, Ron. I mean, because to be honest, at the end, when your life is done, that's when you're going to get those answers. Now, as for the answers that we ask about the cryptids and aliens and stuff, now I think we'll see some of those answers in our lifetime, but we may never get a true form answer, but we may get some answers. And I honestly don't think they're going to be what people expect. You know, there's congressmen out there that are outright tell you not to look into these things because they believe that these are not what people think. They're not from outer space. They're from other dimensions. They're evil and they have bad intentions. I've heard congressmen say that. I know political and military men personally who have said that. In fact, it's one of the reasons I really laid off of UFOs for a long time and aliens. It's because something that was said to me by my ex's grandfather before he passed. Because he was a colonel in the Signal Corps. He's the guy that did a lot of blackout. And if you don't believe me, just look up Giles Gear, colonel in the U.S. Army. That's what he did. And then one thing he did say to me is, aliens are not what people think. They are real, but they're not what people think. And people need to stop digging holes where they don't belong digging. Morse is what he's told me. And then he proceeded to tell me about Marilyn Monroe, but he didn't give me all the scoop about that either. He died a patriotic. He died a very patriotic man. He took a lot of secrets to his grave. A lot. What are your views on non-human entity controlling the earth from behind? I believe there's a lot of forces. Yes, I believe that there is some funky business with entities that are controlling and nudging and kind of directing certain political fields into certain views and platforms. Yes, I do believe that. I think they could be aliens and they could be interdimensional beings. But yes, I think there are forces that are controlling. I can tell you right now, Soros is not a human. That guy is just outright evil. I would not be surprised if everybody finds out that Soros is like one of Satan's commanders or generals. That dude, he's evil dude. People don't understand that. We pretty much are right now run by corporations. Actually, pharmaceutical. See, I can't even talk tonight. Pharmaceutical companies now seems to be the big ones now. But yes, corporations pretty much say and do what goes on. I believe that, yes. Nothing is black and white. No, nothing is black and white. Well, actually, it is, but it's on how you perceive black and white. I don't think there's no middle ground. It's either one or the other. If you play the middle ground, you're doing pretty good. I try to play the middle ground. I don't want to extend my knowledge because I don't want to come off as some thumper, as one might say. But I have my views, and everybody here apparently has got a good set of views, so that's good. You know, and that's what I care about. Form your own opinion, come up with your own conclusions. That's more important to me than anything. You may not see things the way I see it, but you're trying to figure it out. That's what it's about. You get too many people in the pot stirring the pot. You know the story. It doesn't always help the pot. It doesn't always help the stew. Yeah, I do too, to a degree, Ron. I believe it is a lot about perception. Greed, kind of. Greed does power. It's not really as much greed as it is power. Power runs this country. Greed's just a part of it. Those with the most power run this company. It's not about greed, it's about power. A lot of those people say greed's just an extension of power. Yeah, around military bases, take a good guess. And they're trying to put a stop to that. There's definitely gray areas to be. Yes, and when you say black and white, you got a lot of shades in between. But yeah, China's up to a lot of no good, and they're trying to stop them from buying land. I don't want to get too political there because I have views on China. Only because I know people, and without going into details, I know people who are still very much stuck there. And I'm lucky I get to talk to them once a month. Never take a side before doing your own research. Exactly. I do my own research. And even then, I really don't take a side. A lot of people, I just let them, because I believe what I believe for a reason. But like I said, I'm always willing to hear everybody out. I've changed views because of good arguments. So give me a good view and give me a good argument. Because I'm not an arguer. I'm a listener. I form my opinions by listening to everybody else. But I also do my own. I sit, I read, I study, I dig through the books. I go back as far as I can, look at all the information I can. I go on the dark web and pull up files, and stuff that you can't find anymore. Everybody says dark web's scary. Actually, it's a very good place to find information if you know what you're doing. You go looking for the scary stuff. Either one, you're going to find a honeypot or stuff that you don't ever want to see and will probably damage you for the rest of your life. It's either those two things. So don't go looking for something you don't want to see. You think you want to see it, but you really don't want to see it. And I can vouch for that. But no, there's plenty of information. You go in there and talk to the journalists. Some of these journalists, that's the only way they can communicate is through the dark web. Because they can't communicate in their own countries. That true, bad mom. Power is the key. Everybody, the main. I don't get it. I don't. I'm too tired. Used to be millionaire was something to strive for. Now, actually, it's just power. Now, money. There are still. Don't get me wrong. Greed does kind of run the world because everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to be able to have everything they want. But behind that is power. People that only want power. They'll do anything for power. And greed's an extension of that. There's other things that are extensions of that too that aren't so good. Ignorance is bliss. But you don't want to stay ignorant too long. Because what do you guys think of the Tesla picking up ghosts? Now, I believe that happens because that's just no different than a radio or anything else. It's sensors. I've had a friend. I got a friend that's got a Tesla. He says he can drive through the cemetery and he gets it all the time. He's supposed to pick me up one day here soon and take me through the cemetery, and he's supposed to show me. Hopefully I can record some of it. But yeah, he picks up stuff all the time. He says he gets one in his driveway. That he always picks up a person in his driveway when he's backing up, but there's nobody there. Yeah, you know. I have a friend. When we were kids, we used to take one of these little radios and go down there and put it on the static and just set it. There's a big, huge block where they put the flag for Memorial Day down there. We'd set it on there, just turn on nothing but static. You could hear people talking, and it wasn't another radio station. And that was in the day. That was 77, 76. I had a ghost follow a car out on the highway. That's creepy. There's this one video where these people keep backing up and there's actual people behind them, but when they turn around, there's nobody there. But there's actual like 3 people standing behind them, but when they look back, they're not there. It's creepy. It's like they were looking into a, like a multiverse or something. It was weird. I'd still think it was fake, but I don't know how they did it. I should be playing her replay. We're at 1 o'clock and I haven't even started her replay yet. Yeah, I'm trying to change the subject. My brain's not that functional yet. I'm not prepared for a subject like that. No, actually, I'm glad you guys bring subjects like this up, but I do want to play GEMMA'S video. Any tips to control fear? Mine's usually breathing, and I just keep a little bit of faith, There's a reason you have fear. So I don't let it, you can control it, but the thing is, sometimes when it's really deep, it's probably a good time to listen to it. But I usually breathing exercise. Everybody deals with fear and pain. Everybody deals with that stuff differently. All you can do is suggest, but it may not work for you. Me, it's breathing, staying calm, try to stay as calm as I can, think outside the box. But I'm one of those guys that run to stuff, I'm not afraid to chase it. I want answers. That's me. So fear is something that happens when I catch up with it. And then my body tells me, okay, should you stay or run, fight or flight? Then I start listening and make a judgment call at that point. But let me start this video because I do want to play it. Go ahead and do the shadow one. And I didn't realize it was 1 o'clock already. And it is called GEMMA'S Replay. Let's save the Black Eyed Kids for another night. Let's find something a little more. Since we're talking about these things. What would be a good one since we have this kind of topic going on right now? Decisions. Let's go ahead and do the shadow people, the basics part 1. And then part 2 is not much after that. You can do that next Saturday. So I'm going to get that prepped and ready to go. Stop, woman, stop. Oh my gosh, this is old. Click down, please. Thank you. Sorry. To overcome fear is not hard. It's just looking inward, finding that thing that will help comfort you and put you in a safe place until you can get away from that fearful thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of how you stay in the situation. If you're that fearful, like with Batmom, she's afraid of a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say so. She says she's scared of stuff. I'm sure she has ways of dealing with it that works for her. That's what you need to do is you got to take a step. But I'm not very good with words tonight, and it sucks. In my case, I always looked at fear as a necessity. I never have let it it's not like I've been in a position where all of a sudden I'm fearful, because I've been there a number of times. It's just a matter when it starts. It's trying to keep yourself calm enough so you can make rational decisions. Is the state you want to be in when you're in a fearful situation. It's okay to be afraid, but it's better to, when you're afraid, you're thinking. Stop and think. Okay, look at options, look at what's going on. Use logical sense, and and the point that to keep yourself from getting in a worse situation. I know I'm not making myself clear because it's one of those days. That's why I was having a hard time with this whole conversation anyways, because I am having issues. I try not to let, and like I said, I like to run stuff. I don't know if I just don't have fear. I have fear. It's just the fact that it usually doesn't hit me until I think it's time for it. I don't allow it. It just happens, I guess I should say. Because I'm one of those guys who will chase something, and I've done it many times. And then my instincts kick in. Usually I allow my instincts to tell me, my gut to tell me, okay, now it's time to leave. Now it's time to back off. You got an answer. Maybe you don't need these answers yet. Back off. That's the way I usually do it. I fear people's opinions. I do too sometimes. Man, this is old. It's 23 minutes. We're going to do the Shadow People Part 1. You guys are going to get a giggle out of this. This is an older one. She looks good, though. She's come a long way, that's for sure. Okay, this is a 3-year-old video. So I'm sure she'll talk about Steve and all them. So toward the end, I'll probably cut it off. But anyways, here we go. Make sure you guys let me know you can hear it. I'm only stopping the conversation because this is Gemma's replay. I need to play a video. And I like that's one of the reasons why I do this. But please keep the conversation going. You can conversate while you watch. Okay, present. Just let me know you guys can hear this. That's all I ask. Share screen. Go. Let's go full screen there. There we go. Put me down at the bottom. Maybe. we go. Yeah, I think everybody does have a valid point. Everybody has their own view. And that's why I think it's important that we listen to each other. That's why it drives me nuts when these communities argue with each other and can't see eye to eye. You know, my facts are better than your facts. No, man. We all need to listen to each other because in the long run, it's all going to end up making peace and everything together in the long run. I really believe that everybody's got a certain thing right. And once everybody stops arguing and disagreeing with on other things, maybe, just maybe, people sit down long enough and sit together and not argue about their point of view or what they know or what they don't know. If they just put the facts down on the table that they do have, then maybe we can figure this all out together. But people just have a habit of disagreeing, and people hold some opinions higher than others, and that's okay. And it's like I said, the truth will come out. It will, to all this, it will eventually be revealed. I really believe that. And it may be sooner than we think. But yes, we do, because yeah, I think it's important that we need to listen to each other a lot more. You know, that's a lot of reasons why I stay quiet. When Gemma or Ryan are in the room together, you notice I say things, but I pretty much let them do the talking because I love to listen to people. I've learned so much from listening to people. I figure my day will come when it comes time for me to talk, where I'll put what I think in the book. Hopefully I can get Gemma to write for me because I really want her to be the one to write my book. I think if anybody be fitting to do it, it'd be her. And I'm probably going to expose a lot of me in that book, which is fine. But, you know, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I know there's some people that agree with a lot of things that I personally think about and look at, like the biblical sense of things, because there are a lot of us out there, a lot more than people realize. But on to the upload. You guys keep talking because I'm loving this conversation. And folks, I am having some issues. If you notice, I'm a little, so just bear with me. I haven't had a big one for a while, so I'm probably due. I'm kind of fretting later tonight, so just bear with me because I am jittery. I am real shaky. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video. Please keep holding that conversation. It's a great conversation. I'm just going to take a little break while this plays, kind of calm myself down. I don't want to take a medicine because I am really trying to cut back on it. Okay, here we go. Play.
Just welcome. My name is Gemma Jade, and today
we are going to be
discussing shadow
Please
people.
Let me know.
As I mentioned previously, if you caught any of my live streams, my fireside chat, I'm going to be doing a series on all the different types of shadow people and what they're capable of, where they usually lurk. So this first video in the series is kind of just an overview to get the big picture of what we're going to be talking about in the coming months as I continue this series.
Cool. Thank you, Edna.
So let's just dive right in.
I'm going to go on mute.
In every single culture, across every single civilization, there is some kind of legend of beings beyond Earth, in other realms, in other dimensions, supernatural creatures, entities, and beings which exist beyond our world. It would be impossible for me to cover all of them, especially in one video. So today, in part 1 of my Shadow People series, I'm going to be focusing on sort of a specific kind of shadow person and the legend of the jinn. In many religions and cultures, the belief that humans, the jinn, and angels make up the 3 known sapient beings created by God. Sapient meaning related to the human species. Just think about that for a second. Shadow people and the jinn are related to the human species in a way kind of like angels are, which, depending on what you believe, it could differ. So just try to follow me here. Believe it or not, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, or possibly even more, experience feelings of being watched while asleep or laying in their beds at night when no one else is around. I literally believe shadow people are capable of terrifying our darkest fears and nightmares themselves. The jinn are a race of supernatural beings that are well documented mostly in Islamic culture and religion. In the Western world, they're most often referred to as either demons or genies. And I'm going to do a video on shadow people, the genies. So if that kind of caught you off guard, you don't know much about the fact that genies are actually a demon or a jinn, which is actually a sort of shadow person. As we go through the series, I'm going to do more of a deep dive. So hang on to that. According to the Quran, the jinn were created by smokeless and scorching fire. Just like angels were created out of pure lights and white light and love, the jinn were created out of this. Jinn is what these creatures are called collectively, while any one of them has an individual name. According to some experts, taking on the form of a shadow person is one of the easiest ways for the jinn to accomplish their goal, which is, at the end of the day, absolutely terrifying human beings. While many people, including those in the paranormal community, will tell you spirit, positive or negative, cannot actually harm us physically, I'm going to tell you the jinn can. They can actually do far worse than that, as they're capable of actually killing us. And according to my research, there are a lot of documented cases where people believe that the jinn were responsible for someone's death. The thing is, though, they're not after our death, they're after our fear. If they kill us, we can't fear them anymore because we're not going to be here. We're not going to be human. So they're actually looking for our fear. They're looking to terrorize us. The extremely high level of terror and panic that we feel when approached by one of these entities or when seeing one of these entities is absolutely what they feed off of. The legend of the jinn, no matter where you hear it from, will tell of how the jinn existed long before humanity, and their hostility and hatred towards us stems from the fact that they see us as having taken their rightful place here on earth. They felt like they should run earth and live on earth. They feel we are lower beings and we should have been made slaves, but instead we were literally given the world. We were given earth, after all, when they were forced out of it. And who knows the terrors and depths from where they were banished to. If these are demons, then that place is hell, right? So who or what are the jinn? Where are they coming from? And most importantly, what do they want? Let's jump in. Nikola Tesla said, quote, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration," end quote. Most of us in this community believe that too. I've been talking a lot lately about the classes I'm taking, the workbooks I'm doing, all of the research I'm getting into with trying to hone my own psychic abilities. And this is one of the first and main lessons I learned. We think of vibrational frequencies, energy fields. Keep in mind that I can only report to you what others have experienced, channeled, and or researched. Obviously, there's no facts, even though in the paranormal community, the definition of fact is a little bit different. It's not so cut and dry, right? At least I think so. While I've had my own shadow people or jinn experiences, it's usually been during the normal sleep paralysis story, which we hear over and over again. And actually, that's happening more and more every day, too. And I will get into that. Let's talk about the legend. Allegedly, us humans won the earth because the jinn refused to bow down to the creator, and we did not refuse. Now they're out for revenge. Genies are, in fact, just another word for the jinn and another way in which they represent themselves. The mythology comes in when we see them all over the television, popping out of lamps or bottles, which were rubbed a certain number of times, and cheerfully, happily, and sometimes while singing and dancing, granting wishes to humans lucky enough to come across their prisons. They're from hell and imprisoned in these lamps. Genies are evil, and I always say in the Missing in the Fae videos I write, it's not at all what we were taught to believe as children. It's not Disneyfied. The fact is, everything's been so Disneyfied that we as humans are in real danger. Thinking all fairies are Tinkerbell and all genies are the one from Aladdin. This is really dangerous because it gives us a false belief in what these things really are and what they actually represent. It puts us at risk for mortal danger. And how will we ever learn to defend ourselves if we don't know what the threat is? Speaking of the Fae, the fairies themselves were cast out right along with the jinn, and until Judgment Day, when supposedly they'll be given the chance to reclaim what they feel has been rightfully theirs all along, planet Earth, because we're going to be going to heaven, or whatever you believe. Despite how powerful these beings are, surprisingly, their magic is actually very limited here on this plane on Earth. I mentioned a couple minutes ago my own experiences with sleep paralysis and shadow people. And while in this experience, that's when I would encounter them. Personally, I found that summoning the strength somehow to recite the Lord's Prayer, either out loud if you can speak, or even in your head, is the best way to escape one of these sleep paralysis attacks. And I find that saying that prayer during any kind of danger helps me to get along. I must say, I've heard many people tell me that it helped me because I'm a Christian and it must be my religious beliefs. I don't believe that. But again, it boils down to what do you believe? I don't want to get into a religious debate. You guys know I'm a devout Christian, but I'm not going to try to force that on you. The thing is, shadow people are still a complete and total, a great mystery to even the most accomplished and well-read, most experienced investigators still don't know that much about them. Some people have come to believe that shadow people could even be the souls of lost loved ones. However, I highly recommend we don't put too much stock in that or try and test that theory, considering the destruction, terror, and possible death that comes with some shadow people encounters. Steer clear as best you can. Obviously, you don't want to go looking for shadow people, but if the situation is one that is absolutely unavoidable, which many of them are, be sure and always keep your aura cleaned. That's a preventative measure which you can use to help you build up defense against all of these beings, not just the shadow people and the jinn. In my opinion, one of the most terrifying things about the jinn and what makes them so formidable is the fact that they can shapeshift, not only into things known, but things unknown. In my research, I found a quote which was too good not to use. Quote, "The bottom line is whether they're shadow people we believe to be the dead or something more sinister, we need to question the experiences we have so confidently labeled alien, ghost, shadow being, ascended master, angel, and or guide to be sure we aren't being seduced into an agenda we didn't volunteer to be a part of by beings that most of the population are unaware of," end quote. And that is so, so true. Steve and I have talked a lot on our channel about the fact that, the BEK or MIB, there's always one little thing that's off that you can tell that they're not human, even if it's just sensing their energy. Many people who regularly encounter shadow beings are also the ones who either are already or end up being the abductee experiencers from the aliens. There will always be something off about who or whatever you encounter. We spoke about the general creep factor too. As human beings, we have ingrained in us a part of our very nature, the ability to somehow sub or unconsciously perceive when energy levels are negative, lower, darker than our own, when something just isn't right or feels off or bad or evil. While many of us refer to this as, quote, having a bad feeling, end quote, about something, it's so much more than that, but most of us never know it because we spend no time honing our psychic energy or learning about the universe around us. That's not a judgment, but I've only recently found that that is so true. Many people don't even believe in any of this in the first place. However, these rules about something being off are the rules that govern the jinn. So are they MIB? Are they BEK? They very well could be. I might find that they have been put in there during my research in this series. Some researchers even specifically will mention how the eyes in particular will shift shape and change colors, taking on an almost reptilian-like quality to them. Jinn and other shapeshifters are around us day after day, and they're all around us. If we don't believe in such things or spend no time familiarizing ourselves with them, how would we ever know they're even there when they're trying to put up this front of being a regular person? More than that, though, how will we ever know how to protect ourselves? We must always keep an open mind about such things or pay the price. Why do most people become interested in the paranormal in the first place? Usually it stems from one or many experiences in dealing with it, being confused by it, and trying to figure it out. Some cultures even believe that the jinn are helpful towards humans, but always and only for a price, a high one, and usually one that you can never pay after the services of the jinn are rendered. Does this sound familiar? Because if it doesn't sound familiar, please go back and watch The Missing in the Fae on Missing Persons and Mysteries Part 1, 2, 3, because this is fairy behavior. This is fae behavior. Just in my research, my own experience, my own knowledge of them, which isn't really that limited anymore. I've been doing some digging. I don't think they're benevolent, not at all. What are their motives? Could it be just kind of obsession, simple curiosity, infatuation with human beings, trickiness and hostility, pure evil and malevolence? I guess that depends on either your research, your experiences, or both. It's important for us as humans to keep in mind that just as humans are all different in our own ways, it's best to think of all otherworldly entities from wherever they may be from, supernatural, paranormal entities, as the same but different in their own way, just like human beings. They should never be just grouped in one or more of these subheadings. After all, a bear is a bear, but a polar bear is much different than a black bear, who is much different than a grizzly. I mean, that's fact, right? There's no one approach to all of these three different kinds of bears because, yes, a bear is a bear, but not really. And that's kind of what I'm trying to say about grouping everything in the paranormal community as paranormal or cryptid or whatever. It's not that easy. It's not a clean fit. What I found most shocking initially, but then after some thought and reflection, I realized it's something I had known all along, is the jinn's interference in humans' everyday lives, both individually and collectively, is extensive. I no longer believe in bad luck, just bad energy. Keep your chakras cleansed and open and keep your aura clean and watch how fast your luck changes for the better. In the laws that govern the jinn, they say that allegedly they must always listen to us, but only when the right power is put behind our words, when the right energy is put out. For example, you don't ask it to leave, as that gives it a choice. Like, hey, do you want to get out of here, or please get out of here? You tell it, and you tell it in your most confident, sure, and most importantly, unafraid voice. And this, in my opinion, is where the quote power of positive thinking, end quote, and quote manifestation, end quote, comes into play, warding these demons off, getting them out of our lives and off of our backs and out of and off of our energy, because basically that's how we have the terms luck, in my opinion, in the first place. How clean are you? Because the dirtier your aura, your chakra, your energy field, your body, you're going to attract evil, in my opinion. The law of attraction, in my opinion. If you disagree, feel free to respectfully put it in the comments below. I am all ears. The thing is, as I said earlier, most people are unaware that the infestation is there in the first place, or they don't know there's a way to get rid of it. And the longer these entities attach themselves to our life, the harder they are for us to get rid of them. I can't help thinking of like a roach infestation when I think of this. And that is kind of how it is. So far I covered a bit about the jinn and the shadow people, but it can be really confusing when trying to fit shadow people into a category if you aren't full on the jinn bandwagon, right? So let's go a bit further and talk about some of the different types of shadow people, though there are many I've come across, actually more than I can list without this being like a 2-hour long video. I'm going to focus today on just 4 types. So let's discuss the basic characteristics first, though. They almost always exclusively appear in the shape of a man. They're aware of us, and we know this because some of them react to our observing them. A lot of the time, they seem to be wearing one of those old-fashioned cloaks or something similar. They're almost always seriously tall, being at least 6 feet, and at most, as far as what's been reported, 8 to 9 feet tall. The Hat Man, who is becoming more and more common these days as well, still remains an enigma to me, but hats are not uncommon with shadow people either. I don't know if they're 2 separate entities. I'm going to jump into that for this series. So again, stay tuned. Typical shadow people don't seem to have eyes, since they are only shadow as in everything about them. However, sometimes there are reports of them having glowing red eyes, which is, by the way, becoming more and more common as well. There have been about a handful of cases where people have reported hearing the shadow person either talking to them or just having heard them speak at all, even if what they said wasn't decipherable or even directed towards them. Apparently, they can walk through walls and even furniture and physical mass doesn't really affect them. There's a difference between a shadow person and a shadow, in case anyone is so inexperienced and not educated in this phenomenon as to not be able to tell the difference. And don't laugh and don't judge. That could have been you 10 years ago before you got interested in this. Shadow people have depth to them. Despite objects with mass not affecting them, they seem to have it for themselves. I'm not sure what causes this, because they are shadows seemingly made out of smoke and therefore only seem to have it no weight to them. I think maybe they seem to have weight to them, but they don't. I believe this because I've seen it for myself and heard it countless times. They disappear into thin air. I don't know, guys. Again, I'll be looking more into this kind of stuff as the series progresses. Shadow people is a very, very, like, an extremely broad heading. So I'm going to do my best in listing the separate entities that fall under this category. And again, this is only 4. I call these ones the lurkers. These shadow people are the ones mainly found in your home and bedrooms. They seem to just stand around in dark corners and observe humans. They honestly seem to just be watching us without any kind of intent or purpose, positive or negative. They still generate a negative and malevolent energy some of the time, but not always. They can be extremely terrifying simply because they're a shadow person, especially in the middle of the night in a prone position, laying on your back with your eyes closed, when you're trying to go to sleep. These lurkers almost always disappear once they realize that we've noticed what they're doing, that they've been there. So once they realize you've seen them, they usually just disappear. They vanish into thin air, or they'll simply walk through the nearest wall. These are always human shaped, and while they sometimes wear a hat, they always have on their cloak, seemingly attached to a specific person. They may follow you from one place to another. So these are usually attached to you. It reminds me, again, one of my favorite shows, Fringe, The Observers. These lurker shadow people, that's what they kind of remind me of. Like, they're there to observe and report back to whoever, but they're not to get involved. This next batch I call the aggressors. These shadow people also fit the classic description and that of the lurkers. Be careful. The aggressors are known to
She
be
does have
dangerous,
these
and their
pretty
intent
well
is clear,
categorized,
to make
and
us
then I have them broken down into 2
terrified
different
and
types:
attack us. This is
human
why we always say that you need to be careful
and
no matter what.
spiritual.
The lurkers have
Then
sometimes been reported to give off
God
either
only
a
knows what
benevolent
they
or malevolent energy when they're near us, just like the lurkers. This is why we must always be cautious and on high alert. We know that different entities have different concepts of time, and the lurker type could just be the aggressor, only waiting for the right moment in a human's life to strike, like getting the human used to being like, okay, there's a shadow person there, terrifying, but they're not bothering me. And then all of a sudden they turn into the aggressors. Well, sometimes we can't tell, most of the times we can. And that's why it's important to always pay attention to intuition and how someone or something's energy makes you feel, that vibe. The transients are another type of shadow being that's being more and more widely reported these days. They seem to have no interest at all in humans, no interest in what we're doing, but instead seem to be carrying on their own agenda, as we usually see them walking about our house or out of the corner of our eye running, but they never have any kind of interaction with us, and they never stop moving. These ones are seemingly neither malevolent or benevolent. And again, there are so many different kinds. I'm just covering these ones for today. You should always use caution and common sense when dealing with any kind of paranormal entity or supernatural being. And I want to discuss the last type of shadow person we're going to cover in this video, and that is the haunters. These are the ones who seem to be attached to a place or a piece of property. So as the lurker will be attached to the human, the person, the haunter, will be attached to the place or property. They come across kind of as lurkers. You will see them in your peripheral vision until you're laying in bed at night with your eyes closed and trying to fall asleep. And then you'll wake in the middle of the night to these ones standing over you. Sometimes it'll be one that attacks, and sometimes they won't. All different shadow entities can be haunters, but they are more often than not attached to the place. The reason I clumped these kinds together is because they all seem to fit the general description given before. So guys, join me next time on part 2 of my shadow person series. And if you guys like it, I'll keep going on and on, because this is something I love to research, just like the missing and the Fae. I want to do something like that for my channel. So be sure to like this video, subscribe if you aren't already. Please, please, please be sure to check out the description box, where I'm going to leave a link to DZombified's channel on Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Join Steve and I for our series Real Evil. Friday night on Missing Persons and Mysteries, it's Campfire Tales, where Steve and I interview someone from the paranormal community, and that's from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday night, join Steve and I for our fireside chat as we discuss what's next for us, what's next for our channel, what's next is us individually. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to hear? Come join the conversation, interact, chat with us, talk about everything and nothing all at the same time from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday nights, Eastern Time, fireside chat. And I'll also leave a link for my Patreon and my PayPal to donate to the channel, help me out with some equipment. I want to say thank you so much to all of my patrons. I love you so much. Shannon B, Rose Tyler Bad Wolf, thank you so much, guys. My Amazon wish list, somebody asked for it. I put it up and she bought me my green screen and the stand for the background. It should be arriving today. So I'm already filming. So none of the videos for this week, but possibly next week. So thank you, Shannon B, Rose Tyler Bad Wolf. And somebody else was asking me about Amazon Wish. So if you want to do that instead of making a donation, I'm going to do my best that by the end of the week, I'll have my Amazon wish list in the description box as well. Until then, if you'd like to donate monthly and get early access to videos, that's all I can really do right now. Eventually, it will be Patreon only content. Please click the Patreon and join. And if you want to make a one-time donation for as much or as little as you want without having it be a recurring charge and still get access to the Patreon content, please go into the description box and click my PayPal link. Otherwise, check out the other links. Check out the other links too. Like, subscribe, share the love. Let's get me to that 1,000. Have your best day. Have your best night. Be kind to each other. It doesn't cost anything. It can make you feel so good. And I'll see you guys next time. I really hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye-bye.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to ask some questions here. Ghost, how you doing, sir? Glad you came back, made it back in the store. Yeah, Ron, the zombified, I mean, that's going way back. I don't even know what happened to them. Did they just stop streaming? Are they even around anymore? Is the question. And Ron, no, it's not good to play with the Ouija board. I mean, if you want a chance, it's fine, but make sure somebody teaches you how to close it out. But sometimes the things you have to call upon something to answer. And sometimes what you think is going to answer may not be what it is. So you just got to be careful. I don't suggest it. It always ends up bad. The channel is still up. Is it really? I'll have to go check it out and check on them. I used to be a regular of theirs, and then when everything got crazy with Gemma, I just kind of followed her because that's when we started becoming close and buddies. So 4 miles. That's how long. That sounds like kind of my walk when I decided to go. But I got lucky now. Now the store's just right up the street. That I got to, carry outs and gas station's a little farther. It's still up, really. I'm going to go. Like I said, I'm going to go check it out. And Sydney Lee, if you're that uncomfortable with him still having it since you gave it back to him, take it back and hold on to it until you're comfortable with giving it back. Maybe something's trying to tell you something. I would take it back, quietly take it back. Don't say anything and hang on to it till you're comfortable. Okay? But you need to accept the fact that he's going to do, and all you can do is just show him love and support and hope that he gets through it. Just stay a strong woman you are, but also make sure you take time for yourself. You cannot help others if you're hurting too. So heal yourself too, hon. They still sell them everywhere. I mean, you can find them just about anywhere. Now, they are literally everywhere. That's what's scarier. They're more now than they were when they first came. Well, I don't know. They were pretty popular when they first came out. Not been active for more than a year. I'll go still check it out. Yeah, because they used to stream with them. It was kind of fun streams. We'd, play the games and stuff. It was kind of cool. If you remember them, then yeah, you probably know. I mean, they had pretty good live streams. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was waiting for Ryan to come in and yell that. That's why I didn't say it. I'll leave that for Ryan to say. And Edna's right too. She is. And see, that's what happens with Edna. She gets stressed out. She worries about people, and then she gets sick and doesn't take care of herself because she's worried about everything else, like the rest of us, because I do it too. But you need to take time to fill your glass back up. It's important. And no, it's not going to be easy. You just go ahead and take it back. If you're not comfortable with him having it, then take it back. Quietly take it back. Don't let him know you took it back. And if he asks, you say, yeah, I took it back, but I wasn't comfortable with you having it. You can get mad at me all you want. It's because I love you. And when I'm comfortable again, I know you're not going to do anything dingy, then I'll be more than happy to give you back. But you got to prove to me that you're willing to rock, get up and get on with it. That's important. And that's important for you, Cindy, because like I said, it's hard for you to help people and to stand strong for people when you're down yourself. So whatever's going, we know it's, you have an idea what's going on with you. Get that taken care of. Heal yourself. Build your strength back up. Then you can go fight with him. And in the meantime, you just show him you love him. And take that away from him if you're that concerned. Seriously, if you're that concerned, take it away from him and just hold on to it until you're comfortable. That's the best suggestion I can give you for your own sake and welfare, because you can't heal until you know he's safe. And you need to get him safe so you can go heal and fill your water glass back up. Don't do as I say, do as I do, as I say, as I do. Divide and dizzle. You saw a cat today? I see cats all the time. They drive me nuts. No, I'm just kidding. My ex had a cat named Black Smudgy. Great cat. One of the few cats that actually hung around and came to you when you called. But that's one thing I like about a dog. If I yelled right now my dog's name, even though he's upstairs crashed, I bet he'd come running down here in a second going, what's up? What's up? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What's up? What's up? Cat would just look at you and go, you're stupid, and walk away. This one Ouija board is different. My older sister says it worked for her. Mine, yes, she is into the paranormal. She is weird, and I stay away from her since. I'll tell you, see, a lot of people don't understand. The Ouija board at one time, and it can be used as a good tool. But the thing is, talking to the dead is not always a good thing. And sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But no matter if it is or not, it takes a physical toll on you. That's why you see a lot of psychics, I protect myself, but you always see them getting sick. It's because it takes a toll on you physically. I think a lot of the reasons I have some of the extra issues I have is from all the crap I have seen over the years. It takes a toll on you. And playing with the Ouija board, even if nothing happens, nothing happens. Because it's all about the frame of mind. A lot of people psych themselves into having something happen when nothing really happened. But people who generally are trying to find something with them, it usually doesn't always work out too good. Even when they think they closed the board right and thing left, it doesn't always work out that well. Now, it's not a game. No, it's not. my loved ones come to me in my dreams. And there's reason when, like with Gemma and so many other card readers who use your guides, and sometimes the dead will come and talk to them. It takes a toll on them. No matter how much they protect themselves, it will take a toll on them. It's just, really not supposed to interact with them. One of the reasons why I stopped going ghost hunting. I mean, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't do it again or cryptid hunting. I'd still do it. I'd be a lot more cautious about it, because with the things I've been through over the last 20, 30 years, especially with me coming and going as much as I have to be a little more restrained on what I go seeking, because I may not like what I find. And usually it's when I have gone looking, it's usually something I haven't. I mean, sometimes I get lucky, like with the story I told Wednesday night. Sometimes I get lucky. But there are times that I've paid for the things I've chased, the things I've called upon. And it's not good. But it's okay to go and look and observe. That's why I don't have a problem with people ghost hunting, as long as they don't go looking and trying to talk and stir up conversation. Sometimes it's better just to sit and listen. In fact, sometimes you get more luck that way. But that's my personal opinion. Yeah, you just might find it. Believe me, there's a couple times I went to look and I didn't like what I find, and it did take a toll on me. And sometimes it comes to you without looking for it. That happened to me twice, actually 3 times, when it came looking for me. Well, one time I didn't look for it and it wasn't looking for me. I just happened to be in the wrong place, right time to see it. The other one, I think I did have a little bit involvement in it. And I only pissed it off more because of who I am. I haven't touched the Ouija board since. I fear it, burn it. If I burn or discard it. Yeah, you don't want to burn it. There's things you can do. First of all, you got to get it closed, because usually if you're still having trouble, it wasn't closed like. So you need to call it back, tell it to leave, and close the board. And I've heard several different ways to dispose of them, but just throwing it in a fire is not usually a good one. I've learned through my Wendigo and Skinwalker says to be careful what you ask for, of course. Be mindful. Yep. You may regret it. Yep. Now, there's been times I've done a ghost. There's been times that I went looking, and there's only been maybe 1 or 2 times that I was happy I got to see what I saw, because it turned out to be something good, and I think that something good was trying to protect me. But yeah. And when you're dealing with things like skinwalkers and wendigos, dogman, and even Bigfoot and Chickatrap, whatever the thing is, when you're dealing with cryptids, you have to have that same mindset. And do you really want to go out there and look for it? So it's different. If I would be walking out in the woods and I saw something like a Bigfoot or a dogman in the distance, I have to be honest. Yeah, that. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Hey, I'm having a bad night, so bear with me. As you can tell, I'm really rapid talking and more than usual. Yeah, it started a little bit before I started stream. I'm trying to hang in there for you guys. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I always had problems saying that damn word anyways. Now I forgot what I was saying. But who cares? See, I showed you. Now I got to go blank, trying to rethink what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Intention and manifestation can play a big role. Yes. Usually if a man is convinced he's going to die tomorrow, good one, he probably will. Or put himself in a situation where it possibly could happen. Now, you don't want to On some things you don't want to think too hard about. That's a true statement. But yeah, when it comes to those things, you got to look at them the same way. Do you know? Yeah, I would probably chase after a Bigfoot to only get as close as I could to see if that's what I'm really looking at. Same thing with the dog man. Now, the pear crawlers, I've gotten up almost close and personal with a couple of them. I know what I saw. I don't want to see them again. They're creepy. Sometimes I think they're more afraid of us than we are them. I think we catch them off guard as much as they catch us off guard. Sometimes. There's ones, like I said, that I don't think there's pear crawlers. These are a little more aggressive, a little more don't screw with me, or I'm going to screw with you, or I'm just going to screw with you type of things. See, that's my problem. And sometimes I am a little too curious. I just like I like facts. I like to know that that's what I'm looking at. You know, am I seeing what I'm seeing? If I can touch it, I probably would, just to make sure it's real. Come here, dog pet. Come here, dog man. I need to pet you to make sure you're the real thing. Yeah, let me smack you with this rolled up newspaper and see what happens. I track a pear crawler. I'd be sure to be stealthy. There's a couple times now I didn't have to track it. Yeah, I was right in front of me, Ryan, and both times it wasn't like it was wearing clothes. It was like wearing almost like moss and stuff around their waist and stuff, covering up their junk. But they're always the same gross, skinny. They seem hesitant to come close, and if you get too close, they seem to back off. But these other things, they would probably chase you. I don't know what they'd do to you if they caught you, but if they caught you, I don't think you want them to catch you. I'm sure that goes for a pear crawler too. But everyone I've encountered, they'd always seem more I wouldn't say fearful, more hesitant to be around us than us did. Kind of typical animal reaction. I fear Moose Man. That would be an interesting subject. We used to practice walking through the woods, trying not to make a sound. If you're downwind, you see a lot of critters that way. Yes, because they can smell your scent. Unless you've been out there trucking in the woods for a month and you smell like the woods, you might get lucky. The Frog Man. There are a couple that I would like to see. Now, here, the rumor of Frog Man, I would like to see one of these mantises that people have talked about. They always seem to be seen in swamps, and they're big. What was the other one? Really obscure. They're kind of like a reptilian. And I don't know, I wouldn't mind seeing a dog man just to see if it's legit. Here's the thing. It's not I don't believe in dog man, but I believe in Bigfoot more than I believe in dog man. I don't know why, but I do. It's slowly changing, but I got to see a lot more evidence on the dog man thing. I hear a lot of stories. I see these guys tromping through the woods, making all kinds. You know what? That it does, and it is funny because they're just fumbling through the woods, blah 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 blah, talking. But there are guys out there that are skilled, and don't get me wrong, because there's a bunch of them that we all follow and know that go out there, are quiet, do their thing. Yeah, we're gonna have you on with me and Ryan probably on a Tuesday or one of the Wednesday nights that me and Ryan are on. I got a Chris Gordon I'm gonna have on, who's got a bunch of UFO stuff. He's been on with us before, and I think Tuesday Talk or something on one of the nights that we streamed back in the day when me and Gemma did a night. So I'm going to have him on too, so he can show off his UFO stuff. But we'll get you on. I want to hear that. Ryan wants to hear the Cheery story too. He knows you're there when you step in that foot. Oh man, everything that's in that woods, as soon as you walk in those woods, they know you're there. Bigfoot simply makes more sense. That's why Ghost, biologically and upright. And it makes no sense at all. Yeah, I guess that's part of it. Though there's talk of those things for decades. So, well, not just the other ones. I know in other countries they speak of canine that walk upright. So I don't know. But I agree with you. Bigfoot does make more sense, especially if you believe in King Kong, because he's the king of the Bigfoot. I don't care what anybody says. Kong is the king of the Bigfoot. Everybody was freaking. That's what we had for dinner for 4th of July. AK was ribeyes. I made some really nice ribeyes. Basted them in a bourbon and brown sugar. Ooh, they were so good. I wish my corn on the cob was a little better. Still a little too early yet. Rotoroo job. What a pain in the butt. Yeah, it is. My family, yeah, I know your family's from up in there. I have family up in there. There's a show on Travel Channel where people go look out for the paranormal and other stuff. We've never seen they ever catching anything. It seems just made up. There's a lot of shows like that now. I think they just put them in there because they do really good. That's the thing a lot about this. I'm surprised that Ancient Aliens has lasted as long as it is, because a lot of times it's just repeating the same information in new form. But a lot of the paranormal shows, if you watch, it's like they do maybe make it 1 or 2 seasons, and that's about it. There's only been a couple that have really lasted more than a few seasons. Even Ghost Adventures is starting to go downhill, but a lot of that's Zach's fault. And he's also ruined other ghost channels or paranormal channels because he doesn't like competition. The new Wrong Turn, all I have to say, that movie was really good. Then it makes you think about when you're riding around those country roads, and I've been up in those mountains, and you kind of get that feeling sometimes. I hope everything has a positive help. What's he doing? Don't let him carve you. I missed a lot of that conversation, so I'll just stay out of that. Ancient Aliens and Ghost Adventures should not have lasted. No, they shouldn't have, especially Ancient Aliens. And Ghost Adventure, everybody had a thing. A lot of people had a thing for Zach. Now he's blowing that. Plus, the ratings are falling. He's been busted catching stuff. Now everybody knows his little museum is a fake job. So he probably won't last too much longer. But yeah, he's very arrogant. He doesn't like competition, especially when somebody's doing better than his show. From what I've always understood, him and Ghost Hunters from the original, from the sci-fi when they started, that's the only reason Zach got his chance was because of Ghost Hunters on sci-fi. I mean, there was always paranormal shows on before that, but when Ghost Hunters showed up on sci-fi, that really blew everything out of the water and brought everything really out in the limelight. Then they were just showing up everywhere. Because there used to be a show on Paranormal State. There was a couple other ones. They were like a half hour and hour long. They weren't pushed. Then you had like Paranormal Factor Fiction and all them, which I thought were great shows, and I wish they'd bring those back. I like when they go out there and actually try to disprove or prove something and actually give it an honest effort. That's what you should be. You shouldn't be just looking. You should be also trying to prove or disprove it too. Trying to read everything. Good luck with that one. Yeah, I agree with that, Sydney. Good luck, Juan. Oh, I only his team, but not Zach anymore. Yeah, Zach is. I don't want to get into it. Everybody has their opinion. I mean, it just he definitely got. Well, he's a mama's boy too, and mama pushed him into a lot of stuff. So. Heck, you go out there, you listen to all the talk about him because a lot of people are talking now. He pissed somebody off. Well, he pissed off a lot of other channels and a lot of other shows because he doesn't like competition. Cindy, I am not scared, but I also don't want them to find anything. Well, Juan, that's the only way they're going to find out. So let them do their job and keep the faith, and we'll keep you in our thoughts. Hopefully they won't, Juan. Not funny. Hey, I'll be good. You'll be good, man. And if they find something, that's a good thing, and hopefully they can get it taken care of so it doesn't get out of hand. There was a show on Travel Channel where the group caught a dragon. We never see the dragon. Yeah, they do all kinds of crap like that. I must have missed that one. There was a couple of ones where they did stuff like that. And then they put out these fake documentaries, and people don't catch the beginning of the show or the end of the show and believe it's real. And then they realize, oh, this is fake. Then they find out a month later. Well, if you'd read the beginning of the show and the end of the show, you would have known this was just fake. Night, Ryan. Have a good one. Tuesday, I will get a hold of you either tomorrow or Monday. Devil monkeys, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about Tuesday is devil monkeys. So have a good night. I'll get in touch with you. If you need me, Ryan, you know where I'm at. Use my text. Don't use Messenger because sometimes I don't always check it. Have a good night, sir. Give the puppy dog a pet for me and a hug. Give him a treat for me. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll get you that Chewy story. I got to have Chris on first. Then we'll work out a time for you to come on, Juan. Because I've been wanting to get you on. Now that I got Ryan here, it'll be even more fun. Hey, Kay, you still eating your dinner or are you working on dessert now? We don't have cell phones or electricity back in my heyday. Yeah, Mark will be happy with the topic of flying monkeys. But it will. I like the Boondock. Boondock's a good cartoon too. What time do we got? 2:05. I might take it to 2:30. And then this boy's got to calm down. I don't want to take medicine I don't want to take, but I may have to. Ghostdragon looks good too. I don't know about looks good. I don't know what you meant there. So. I'm trying to keep up a check because I got to gabbing and I lost. Like I said, I'm real jittery tonight. Depending on the location. No. I don't know if I'm the best host. I just try to make this fun. It's about you guys. It's not just about me. I just ramble. And tonight I've definitely done that because I've been jittery. Try not to bounce off the walls. I'll probably have a big one tomorrow because usually this is a foretelling sign that at one point in the next 24 hours, I'm probably going to have either a pretty good seizure or a really good set of tremors with the muscle spasms and stuff. And it will last probably half the day, and I'll be walking around like this for a while, and then it'll go away, and I'll hurt for about 2 days, and then I'll feel normal again. Usually I know when I'm like this, it's coming. And I'm jittery. It's like I can't say anything or do anything. It was before the play. Yeah. I'm going to have to get my killer crickets out and send them your way. You're killing me, woman. You're killing me. I'm just a baby. I'm only 32. I guess me and Edna are two oldest in here then. Well, Cindy Lee might be up there with us. I'm not sure. I don't want to be the next James Bond. Though I can be just as sneaky as James Bond, believe me. And the fact that I know what that means is so funny. Good DNA, that's all. Ooh, Ron Forrest Jr., a year younger than me. Yeah, we got some young pups in here. Edna. And I want to thank everybody and the people that came in. I had 10 people watching at one time. Thank you so much for coming in. I do appreciate it. Gemma appreciates it too because I do this all for Gemma too. Not just you guys, but for Gemma too. And I have fun doing it. But it is about you guys. I just, like I said, especially tonight, I'm definitely rambling tonight. I'm probably going to have a fun day tomorrow. K9 out. You're 13, huh? Well, with a title name like that, I don't know if I can let you in my room because YouTube gets pretty picky. I'm surprised you've been able to keep that tag. They get pretty picky. You're getting away with it. But you're 13, huh? Let's find out. I know how to go through things to find out who's what and where and when. Interesting. Wow, that's weird. He showed up in my StreamYard, but they didn't show up in my... Oh, your sister did that? You know, it's really weird because I don't see you commenting on YouTube. That's so weird. Am I missing something? Why did it do that? Oh, I hate that. Come on. Oh, I hate when it's that big. Yeah, his tag's been banned. I got a K9 and I'll beep you and it won't. No, it's not your fault, dude. It's really weird because I think because of your tag, you're not showing. I'm seeing you in StreamYard, but I don't think they see you in YouTube, dude. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, but just so you know, you may think you're in chat, but you're not in chat. I'm only seeing you in StreamYard, so I'm probably the only person that sees you. See, because other people keep talking, they don't even see you. Yeah, you're not even in YouTube chat. Your name has been banned because of it, because of the way you're titled. So you know that canine. You may think you're in people's chat, but there's a big chance they don't even see you. Because I'm only seeing you in StreamYard. No, you're okay. You don't have to be sorry. Just be safe. That's wild. Folks, I don't know if you can see. There's a person in here with their tag K9, but I do not see. You guys don't see him in YouTube, but he's on my StreamYard, and I'm pretty sure it's because of his tag. So you might want to have your sister change that tag because you think you're being seen in chat and you're not being in chat. So I don't know why you're not being seen in my chat, or Gemma's chat, but nobody sees you. I'm the only one that sees you, K9. So, yeah, and I'm betting it's because of your tag. So you might want to go have your sister fix your tag because nobody can see you in chat. So you're going into chat and talking to people, and I don't think. Yes, I know I have 13 days. What do you get banned? I can see in StreamYard, but nobody can see you in chat, just so you know. And it's because of your tag. And if you know that's why, then I change it. If you want to talk to people in chat, you better change it because I can guarantee you that's why nobody's seeing you in chat. These people are wondering who I'm talking to. I'm talking to somebody who you guys can't even see. Oh, for it? Yeah, you might want to change it because until you change it, nobody's going to see in chat except for people in StreamYard. So, and you're good. You can watch as long as you behave. I mean, nobody can see you, so you can't say anything for anybody that can't see you. So I guess I don't worry about it. Yeah, well, here's his tag. I'm not going to say it on YouTube because then I get in trouble. Oops. I can't even type apparently. My typing is worse than my talking today. That's his tag, and that's why he's not showing up in stream. I can guarantee it because I've been with YouTube for a long time. I can guarantee you that's why that's why you don't see him in the stream in chat. I can see him on YouTube. On the StreamYard chat, but I can't see him on your chat, and I know that's why. So till he changes his tag, nobody's going to see him. Apparently they know that. So good luck with that, K9. Oh, excuse me, K9. I'm going to get back to my conversation because I'm going to probably end this about 2:30, and then go run around the house and see if I can work off some of these jitters. I don't see your post. It's right there. Oh, it didn't even show up in the. Really? That's wow. Yeah, because it didn't show up on my StreamYard. I typed it in here and it didn't even show up in StreamYard. That's wild. Okay, can you see this? So I don't get in trouble. Yeah, it is. I don't want to say it out loud. It's K9. I will blank you, and I'm pretty sure that's why nobody's seen him. That's when I typed it in. It's probably why I didn't show it because I can see my comment in the chat, but apparently you guys don't see it because it didn't show up in. Slow down, Steve. I see what I typed in chat. It's in the chat, but you guys don't see it. But I don't see it in the StreamYard. When he talks, it's only in StreamYard. He doesn't show up in your chat in YouTube. But he's got a pretty messed up tag, so he's not going to be seen until he fixes it. So I wonder how many times he's gone into other people's chats, started talking, and felt like everybody was ignoring him. It was only because they couldn't see him. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You guys did see that, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Edna. Yeah, he's got a tag that's got a I gotta watch saying because I'll get demonetized and then I have to fight it. But it's K9 I will KILLU. And that's what his tag is. That's what his name is. And I knew as soon as I saw it and didn't see him in chat, that's what was happening was because of his tag. You know, your name. You know, AK Willie, I need to get Gemma to give you a wrench. You was live an hour ago? Well, how come you're not showing up in my chat, dude? What do you do live? Do you play games or something? That's wild. You're not showing up in my chat. I don't know why, but you're not. Now I can pretty much guess it's because of your name tag. You guys are watching me talking to somebody you guys can't even see. It's so wild. Not a nice name, no. It's not. But to each his own, I guess. He said that the person says they were alive an hour ago. So they were streaming an hour ago. I don't know how. What's your channel? And I'll go check to see if it even surfaces. Oh, talk about GUNNs? Okay. Cool. Okay. No, we don't mind those here. We don't mind the boom. Apparently, YouTube hasn't really affected you because every time we talk about boom sticks and stuff like that, I get a yellow doe ones. Your name isn't showing up in our chat because if it does, I'll probably get a yellow doe ones. But I'm not blocking you or anything. I didn't block you or anything. But it just won't show up in chat. I haven't touched a thing. But because of your name tag, it's probably why you're not in my chat. But then again, this is Gemma's channel, not my channel. And I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, I didn't block you or anything. So it's so weird. That's a trick. And I've seen worse names than his. That's the thing. Worse name tags than his. Well, way worse. So that's a trip. No problem on TikTok. Oh, yeah, I know. The name's on TikTok. No problem on TikTok. There's people who seem to post even in their sleep. I know. And I may have to get on TikTok because I think, but the only thing is I'd be watching Gemma. I've been on TikTok. I've been on Instagram. I didn't think I was on Instagram, but I did do Instagram for a short time. Just too much. I can't keep up. I barely keep up with Facebook. Yeah, that's why he's being censored too. Oh, thank you, K9. Yeah, I try to be. I just feel bad because you can't talk to anybody in our chat. And I didn't do anything, just so you know. Apparently, that's just the way YouTube's doing you. Because, and believe me, I've seen name tags way worse than yours get around. So I don't understand it. You might want to look into that. But thank you for calling me a nice guy. Even though we can see each other, but my chat can't see. But yeah, you might want to check into that, because even though you stream live, which really freaks me out, because we don't have any like censor keywords in this. So you not showing up in my chat is YouTube. It's not me, it's YouTube. So you might want to check when you go into somebody else's chat, make sure they can see you. Because the only way I'm seeing you now is in StreamYard, which is weird. But not really, because StreamYard's not affiliated with YouTube. Sorry about that, folks. I'm talking to this person. I feel bad because you guys can't see him. He seems to be a nice person. You called me a nice guy, so I guess that makes it all right. But yeah, you might want to check that out, because I feel bad because Mike J, he likes his boomsticks too. A lot of people here have boomsticks. So, but we're pretty much a paranormal channel. If you haven't been, check the channel out before. It's Gemma Jade. She does oracles and stuff like that. And we talk about things that go bump in the night and cryptids and all that good stuff. So you come back when we can see you. I feel bad because nobody in chat can see you. Okay, back to my chat. I say that's why. Yeah, it is BNY. He's censored this because of his name. Maybe he's banned from too. No, he said he was just live. He was actually doing. You said you were doing a live stream an hour ago. Is that what you said? Is that what you were telling me? That you streamed about an hour ago? Do you get very many views? I'm just curious, because now my chat wants to know. I don't think he's banned from YouTube, because he said he streamed. What do you stream on? Do you stream on YouTube or somewhere else? Can you see the chat, K9? Yeah, it is crazy. And I can guarantee it's because of his tag, his name tag. But like I said, I've seen worse than his, way worse. And they get around for a good while before somebody complains about Rumble. Now, he'd probably get away with that on Rumble. Easy. But he's watching YouTube because that's how he's seeing me. That's how he knows I'm on. So he's on YouTube. You are a male, right? K9, I hope. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if you're still watching. I stream on YouTube. Do you? Yeah, I'm trying to work it when me and Gemma can stream on Rumble. But she really needs to start getting tips and making a little bit more money and not getting half of it taken away by YouTube. You know, this right now, this is her main job, and that's why I'm pushing, the donations and stuff. Please, if you don't own her books, please try to get a couple of books. They're good books. I enjoy them all. Believe me, I'd tell her if I didn't like it. This is on StreamYard. Well, actually, I use StreamYard to stream on YouTube. A lot of people do. A lot of people use a streaming platform so they can stream on YouTube. Now, Rumble has their own streaming platform now. I just need to go check it out. Their own studio. Like, you have YouTube Studio, but they don't have a thing you can actually just click on YouTube and live stream. You have to have an app to do that. StreamYard's that thing. And there's a couple other ones. StreamYard's the most known. But I am streaming on StreamYard, and the StreamYard is running through YouTube, if you understand that. Because you can use, a lot of people use StreamYard in Rumble too, but Rumble now put a Rumble Studio, which will allow you not only to do videos but stream. You can just click that on and stream. So, but a lot of people say it's better to run StreamYard to Rumble with their studio. It seems to run even better. So I haven't had a chance to mess with it yet, so I'm still trying to catch. I still have some more videos I want to put on there for Gemma. I'm a dinosaur that identifies as a woman that classy and classify myself as a cryptid. If on stream, or can you have guests? Yes, I can have guests. I'm gonna have yeah, because Ryan's on here. He's comes in as a guest. I'm gonna have me and Ryan will be on together Tuesday for Tuesday Talk. We're gonna talk about devil monkeys. And then I'll be on Wednesday night for midnight ramble chilling vibe, whatever you want to call it. Fun time, gabbing time, rambling time. And then I don't know if Pixie will be here Thursday or if us. I don't know what's going on there yet. I'm sure she'll be here, I guess. I'm not sure. Then Friday, Gemma. And yeah, on one of the Thursdays that me and Ryan stream, the first person I have on, because Gemma's promised him he could be on, and that's Chris Gordon. He's been on before. He had a bunch of UFO stuff and some pictures. So I'm going to have him on. And then the following time that me and Ryan are again on at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night or on the evenings, I want to have Juan on so him and Ryan can talk about his Chewy story. So, but yeah, AK, we can have guests on. I'm just a little selective at certain times of night about having people come on. I have to talk to you for a little bit before I have you on. But yeah, you can have guests on. And Gemma wants to have interviews, but she has to wait until the beginning of September once things get back to normal for her so she can go back to her regular schedule. Because I would rather have a lot more guests on when she's here because she loves having guests on. I mean, I think it's, try to save some of that fun stuff for her too. But we're going to have some guests on, me and Ryan. Hello, Jim. How you doing? I'm glad you popped in. Thank you for saying a quick hello. It does mean a lot. You have a great time. Have a good night. Rest well, good man. No, sorry, K9. You're all good, bud. I just feel bad because nobody can see you in chat. You seem like a nice person. Nice kid. You never asked me if you were a boy or a girl. I'm taking you're a boy. I'm going to take it as a boy. I kind of pick up a boy feeling. But yeah, I just feel bad that nobody can see you, dude. Your name doesn't bother me. Your tag name doesn't bother me. It's a little rough. A lot of people might take offense to it, but might be why nobody sees you in chat. But I just wanted to let you know I'm not the reason that you're not being seen. Gemma's not the reason you're not being seen. 2-to-1 YouTube has limited you on what chat you can go into, so you might want to check that out. But I thank you for coming in, K9. If you want to hang around and at least watch you won't be able to talk to anybody, but you're more than welcome to hang out. I'm going to stream for a little bit longer. I think I'm going to shut it down here. I may go a little bit longer, but I'm getting antsy. I have Tourette's, so I'm starting to and it's been rough. I started having issues before we streamed, so I'm kind of getting. I'm strict and we have Edna here, so even if you could be seen, if you would say something, Edna would just beat you with a wrench, so no big deal. I have good wrenches here, but you're good to go. I just feel, like I said, K9, I just feel bad you can't be seen in chat, and I hate to say it, a lot of it probably has to do with your tag name, but you seem like a nice person. You're welcome to come in and watch. I don't feel bad you can't say nothing to anybody in here and get involved with the conversation, but I'm glad you came in and said hello and stopped in and at least checked out the channel. There's so much more with this channel. Like I said, Tuesdays we have Tuesday Talks. Usually it's with Gemma and me and Ryan, but Gemma's little one's home for the summer until we get things worked out for her. It's just going to be me and Ryan at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays. And we talk about cryptids. This Tuesday, we're going to talk about devil monkeys. And then I'm back on Wednesday nights at midnight just for chill and chat like we're doing now. Usually Saturday nights, I show one of Gemma's videos. Like tonight, I showed one that was 3 years old. And then Friday night, she has oracles. She starts at 7:15 Eastern time. And she pulls a card for everybody that wants one. Oh, you have a horse? Well, Mark would love you. Mark loves horses. Mark Halstead. I believe he's a trainer or was a trainer. Edna's going to get some beds. Good night, Edna. Get some rest, hon. I think I am going to call it here in a little bit. I think everybody needs to go chill. It's always good to see everybody. But I need to get out of this chair. I need to go work some of this thing off. I don't want to take any medicine. I thought I was going to get better. Sometimes it kind of gets real tense and then I kind of calm down, but I'm still wanting to run this chair across the floor. Good night, hon. Get some rest. Hopefully we see you Tuesday. If not, I'll yell for you. You need me, Edna, please don't hesitate to email, okay, hon? If I can help you, you know I will. Good night, everyone. See you on the flip side. Yes, I might as well go ahead and say that too. Folks, what a wonderful night. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out for the video. Gemma appreciates it. Next week, I'll show part 2. Oh, that's cool. Please have a wonderful night and a good rest of the weekend. Please have a wonderful Sunday. Have a good start to your week. I will see you guys Tuesday with Ryan, I hope, at 1 o'clock. And if you have to work, sneak a peek in and say hello. And don't get in trouble, though. And see anything else. I already gave the rundown, so folks, have a wonderful one. Have a good Sunday. I did it again. Everybody laughs because I do this. Just have a good night, folks. And I will see you on the flip side. K9, come back when you can speak and chat. Just get rid of the rest of that and you'll be good to go. I feel bad you just can't be seen in chat. Have a good night. Be well, everybody. Have a good Sunday. And I'll see you Tuesday.